Hello lightsaber fans. Today I will be doing a review of two of Saberforge's blades, the old V2 blade and their brand new V3 blade. So to get it started, this is the old V2 blade, which up until a few weeks ago was the new V2 blade. It had just come out, but since Saberforge is continually upgrading and improving their products, this is now the old V2 blade, replaced by the V3, which I will show you in a second. So the V2 is a clear polycarbonate blade that has a film on the inside going all the way down the length of the tube. At the edge you have an infinity edge tip, which is allows for maximum illumination at the tip, no more dead spots. It has a beautiful silvery shine to it, even when turned off, with no lights going through it, and it's a beautiful display piece and a beautiful combat piece. And was my favorite up until a while ago, when I received in the mail, courtesy of Phil and Saberforge, a brand new V3 blade. So this also has some film going through the length of the tube, you can see. It's not nearly as transparent as the old V2. You can see my finger going in a little bit, so it's slightly translucent, much more opaque. You have the infinity edge tip at the end, of course. And this has a very nice silvery white look to it. Even though you can't see through it, it's a beautiful blade. So let's get some lights going on in these guys and see what they look like. I'll be using a Saberforge Champion Edition Redeemer with a 5-watt blue LED and a neutrino soundboard installed. So this is the old V2 blade to start us off. Beautiful blade. The blade is illuminated all the way to the edge. You can see there are no dead spots. The light goes all the way through. One thing you will notice about the V2 blade is this core effect that happens. Because the blade is clear, the light goes through the film on the inside, illuminating the film, and leaves, in this video, the top and the bottom portions of the blade unilluminated. And so the entire inside of the blade is not illuminated. You do get this nice coring effect, but it does give you a thin blade look, which some people like. Perfectly adequate blade, very nice. Now, the V3 blade. And the first thing you'll notice when you see it in person is that it is much brighter, it is much fuller. Again, it's illuminated all the way to the edge, to the tip, no dead spots. And you will notice that there is no coring. Because of the way that this blade is made, the light shines through every single part of the blade. Camera really doesn't do it justice. But it is a beautiful piece. Very, very impressed with Saberforge's new V3 blade. Some people have been asking for durability comparison, since these are, after all, combat sabers. Now, I don't have a partner for dueling with me today, but I do have this old metal chair, which will serve as my dueling partner for the time being. So we're going to try the V2 blade first. I'm going to use the blade retention screw. We're going to screw that in with an Allen wrench, which comes with all of Saberforge's blades. Or if you lose one, you can just go to Home Depot and pick one up. So again, this is the V2. This is the old blade. We're going to turn it on and whack this chair a few times to see how it holds up. So, good thing, the tip is still there. It hasn't flown off, which is great. One thing you will notice about the V2 blade is that the scuffs are very easy to see. You can see at the top of the blade there where I've hit the chair. Those scuffs are very visible on the old V2 blade. There, you can see them very nicely at the top. However, you just get a little magic eraser from Target or Home Depot or any place. Wet it down a bit, rinse it, wipe it off, and those scuff marks are gone. So it doesn't matter how hard you hit it, you just give it a quick wipe afterwards and it's ready to be a display saber again. V2, very nice. So we will unscrew that and we'll try out the new V3. Pop. Alright, use the Allen tool to screw in the retention screw. Make it very tight. That's not going anywhere. My saber is nice and tight, nothing jiggling. And we'll give it a whirl. Well, let's take a look. The blade tip is still there, still fully illuminated. You can see a couple scuff marks on the blade. I don't know if the camera will pick it up. Sort of, you can kind of see it right there in the middle of the screen. But it's much harder to see on the V3 blade. And again, if you want to have it a nice clean saber, you just wet your magic sponge a bit, give it a wipe, dry it off, and voila. No scuff marks. Nothing is shaking, the electronics are all secure, the blade is still secure, the tip is still secure, and after we give it a little wipe down, the blade looks perfect. No scuff marks anymore. So yeah, this is the new V3 by Saberforge. Incredible, incredible. And lastly, let me just show you in the dark the difference between the V2 and the V3. I love how the V3 looks in the dark. So we'll put in the old V2. Let me go turn off the lights. All right, here we go with the V2. So this is the old V2. It looks beautiful in the dark. It looks beautiful in the light. It looks beautiful everywhere. So hold that image in your mind while I get the V3 in. And here we go with the V3. Much brighter. I'm in my garage and it illuminates basically the entire garage. You probably can't see it on the camera, but it is beautiful in real life. Saberforge V3 Infinity Edged blade. By far the best blade on the market.